These are the top 10 countries with zero personal income tax, so you can stop paying taxes legally right now. The first country and the most realistic out of all of them in this list that you can move to and pay 0% tax is the United Arab Emirates, with Dubai being the main city and wealth hub. That is where I have my residence permit, where a lot of clients choose to have their residence permit and their tax home. Extremely developed, great healthcare, very easy to immigrate and get a residence permit. You can do it by either creating a company in the country or buying real estate worth a little bit over 200,000 US dollars. The total process takes about 30 to 45 days, and you can start paying 0% personal income tax as well as 0% corporate tax if you structure it the right way, and 0% capital gains tax. The next country on this list where I'm actually a citizen is a two-island nation called St. Kitts and Nevis. There is no personal income tax, and it's a great country for cryptocurrency investors. They also sell their citizenship. It is less developed than most places on this list, considerably less developed than UAE and Dubai. You will have to put up with slow internet, electricity shutdowns, and overall, not the best place to go live if you're a wealthy investor, but definitely a place if you want an island lifestyle. They do live on island time, much slower, but it's still a very beautiful country that you can get access to as a citizen if you invest and donate 150,000 US dollars, just like I did. It takes you about 6 months to become a citizen of the country. Might take a little bit more now that there's a lot of people applying for this citizenship. Great country overall, a small population, less than 60,000 people. So if you want to pay 0% personal income tax as well as 0% capital gains tax, then St. Kitts and Nevis is a great option. Country number 3, where I'm technically also a citizen because they have a union of all Caribbean countries, is Antigua and Barbuda. You can also move there and pay 0% personal income tax as well as 0% capital gains tax. The citizenship there, if you want to get Antigua and Barbuda, citizenship is 100,000 plus 30,000 in fees. So you're saving yourself $20,000 compared to the St. Kitts and Nevis, and you have freedom of movement throughout all of these Caribbean nations. So if you want to go live in Antigua and Barbuda, you can do so as a St. Kitts citizen and vice versa. Beautiful country, a great port and marina with a lot of sailing ships and yachts. Definitely a place to consider if you're looking for straightforward 0% personal income tax, but also underdeveloped compared to the other places on this list like Dubai. The next country, the hub of wealthy Europeans, is Monaco, a very small country. I actually spent some time in Monaco a couple of years ago. I absolutely love it. I love the Monaco Grand Prix. I love the people that you can meet in Monaco, but it's a very small place. So unless you have a large yacht or you want to go to the French coast and drive in and drive out pretty much every day, then definitely Monaco is a great option. Be prepared to put about €1 million into a bank account in Monaco. The lowest requirement is 500,000 euro into a Monegasque bank account, but they will require you to put about $1 million or at least 750,000 euro if they consider you as a residence applicant. And also you will need to get a property either rented or bought in the country. It is one of the countries with the highest square meter price in the entire world. So be prepared to have a lot of money, but you will not pay absolutely any personal income tax as well as capital gains tax. If you want to move to a country and pay 0% personal income tax, but also be close to the United States, Canada, and Mexico, you have the Bahamas, an absolutely beautiful chain of islands where you can pay 0% personal income tax. Be prepared to invest a significant sum of money where applications are taken seriously with at least $500,000 in investment. That's usually into real estate. More realistically, people invest 1 million, 1.5 million, and applications over 1 million are taken with priority and more seriousness than they are at the $500,000 level. You can enjoy an amazing lifestyle, be very close to the United States and Canada and all of the Caribbean while enjoying a relatively developed lifestyle in the Bahamas. It attracts a lot of wealthy entrepreneurs and investors that want to benefit from a zero tax lifestyle and also that beautiful island lifestyle. It is important to note, just like many other residency by investment programs in the Bahamas, you must hold your investment for at least 10 years in order to keep qualifying for this program. Which of these countries attracts you the most? Or if you have another country that I didn't mention on this list, make sure to comment it down below. The next country on this list, or I should say territory, is the Cayman Islands, also in the Caribbean. A little bit simpler process. You can get temporary residence with $1.2 million invested into real estate, or you could get permanent residence in the Cayman Islands with $2.4 million in real estate. After a number of years, you can get a British Overseas Territory passport and then qualify for UK citizenship while paying 0% personal income tax. The Cayman Islands is also great if you want to get that permanent residence because all you need to do is visit the Cayman Islands for 1 day every year. So if you want to have a second residence and you're very wealthy and you don't mind spending 2.5, 3, $5 million into real estate in the Cayman Islands, also a place that you can go for 0% tax, then definitely something to consider. Cayman Islands is famous for their banking, their financing offers, and a place that you can have as your home base for your money. Let's go a little bit more north to a territory that is also a British overseas territory with 6 times less population than the Bahamas, and that is Bermuda, an island that is quite famous for Americans and Canadians to move their tax home. It is tax-free, but you will be required to spend at least $2.5 million or invest $2.5 million to get into Bermuda. Historically, it's been an attractive place for wealthy people to put their money and their finances, but at the end of the day, it is an island in the middle of the ocean, so it is not a realistic program and place for most investors. If you want to be in the Pacific Ocean and you want a place that is close to Australia and New Zealand and also parts of Asia, you have Vanuatu, also a chain of islands with a controversial citizenship by investment program. If you want to be a citizen of Vanuatu and live there and pay 0% personal income tax, then you can get their citizenship for $130,000 US. It is a very controversial passport. I made a video about it because they lost access to the Schengen area and they have a really bad reputation around the world because they've sold their passports to a lot of shady businessmen and investors. But if you like the island lifestyle, you want to be in the Pacific, you want to be close to Australia, and you want to pay 0% tax, then it's definitely a great option for you. Country number 9 is Qatar, a great developed Gulf nation that is trying to copy Dubai in its development and growth. It's going to host the World Cup very soon and is going to have a lot of visitors from all over the world. I was actually in Qatar. I liked it. A bit boring for my taste. You can get residence there through real estate. It's not a straightforward process like it is in Dubai where you can do it in 30, 45 days. It will take a bit longer, but you can pay 0 personal income tax and have less stress and hassle than what you would in Dubai. And the last country on this list with 0 personal income tax is Bahrain, an island country again in the Gulf. They make their money from oil, so they don't need to charge you personal income tax. I've been trying to go to Bahrain for a while now, but because of their entry restrictions, I have not been able to, and they have some crazy entry procedure that I do not want to go through. So not a process that everybody will consider. Maybe you want to get residence there. You will need to invest at least $133,000 US into real estate, and citizenship in Bahrain is pretty much impossible. Even permanent residence is pretty much impossible, just like other Gulf countries. But those are not all the countries with 0 personal income tax. There are other countries around the world, as well as countries that you can buy their passport and citizenship. Check this video right here to find out more countries to move to and countries that you can become a citizen in as little as 60 days.